This is DJ Duke, you guys.
What up, Duke?
Our show DJ. How you doing, Duke?
Check this out. You right here, live with your one and only OGVIC, part co-host of the Southern Fried Game Show. I'm right now going to bring on one of my special guests, close friends, DJ Duke. The DJ with the most, Duke. We had a viewer out there that actually, Stanley from Dallas, Texas.
We had a question from Stanley earlier. You could have filled us in on.
Let me tell you what the question was. The question from Stanley from Dallas, Texas. I want to kickstart my career and with a bang. So basically, what is the best approach to get the DJ to play his music?
Very great. Step in the club, holler at your DJ, tip your dancers, come back again, repeat. Just keep that up, man. Putting in that work, that's gonna get your shit up there.
Right, money.
Break bread.
2 DJs said it, 3 now. And then we got Michelle from.
out of Memphis.
All right.
If I was there, I would show you my cash app. He cashed out me $150 to keep him in rotation for 3 months.
Solid, you good.
Money. That's Bam. He on his way up here.
So what about these folks that actually come in and they say, can you play my music?
I cannot.
Why?
Number one, nobody knows your music. So it's not good for business if nobody knows your music. Now, if they see you showing love to the music, then people tend to grab on to what they see going on.
What if a guy been tipping all night and then he comes to you and say, hey, can you play my music?
Well, that's the backwards approach. And
You gonna play his music without him saying I'm gonna tip you, or without you asking on tip? Because he been tipping, he been spending some money.
how much?
He been spending some money. I don't give a damn if it's 100.
If I see that, if I see a consistent customer come in and ask me to play their music, I will.
And that's just because you see that he's very consistent with what he do. So basically, you're gonna get the back end love, whether it's from him or whether it's from the dancer. He's gonna give you the back end love. I can understand that.
Yeah.
I can really understand that. We're gonna take it back. Just wanted to say, yeah, you basically right. Coming from a person that actually used to DJ, to manage a strip club, playing music, you know, it's a lot of things. What do you take on the fact that these artists, the new artists, for say, they got to pay their way for you to play their music. But these artists that actually made it up to the game to where their music is being played on social media, on streaming platforms, on the radio, they done put out CDs that done, you know, went gold, went platinum, or whatever the case is. Now they got these companies or these affiliates of these that represent these record labels that actually say, hey, you the DJ have to actually pay us to be able to play these people's music, or you the club actually has to pay our company to play these people's music. What do you feel about that?
I really don't like it. If it wasn't for us, the DJs, then your music wouldn't blow. I mean, you might be already heard, and over there on the west or the east coast, you know, you might be heard already. You might be known. But if we ain't showing love down south, then what? You know. But if they see us fucking with it, pushing it, just like, what's the guy, man? I don't want to say my names on here, but there's an artist and a DJ I know. Well, the DJ showed love in H-Time. Now, this one particular artist is booming right now, and he only fuck with one DJ in H-Time. You know?
Mm-hmm.
So I don't think we should have to pay to play, not the DJ.
But these artists are feeling, and because it's a certain community of artists that actually went together to actually put forth this platform to where they got these companies or these affiliate companies with these record labels that actually represent these artists and say, hey, you know, because this is how the artists get paid. Also, by the way, not just by the streaming, but also by us DJs and us club owners or us club establishment of the venues actually paying to actually have these music played. And, you know, let's say there's 10 clubs in Houston, and these 10 clubs, they have to, you know, pay a certain fee to one of these companies that actually represents the record label or the artist, so that they take that money and whatever percentage of that they pay the artist. But this is just another way, because they actually get paid for the streaming too.
Right.
The streaming companies that's actually streaming the music, they get paid by the streaming, not by the streaming, but by the commercials that they make money off of, and they pay, you know what I'm saying, the record labels or the artists a certain percentage of how many times they record or they song get played. But then they also backdooring and asking that the DJ or the venues also pay this certain amount. I mean, me myself personally, coming from back then, I actually had to one time before in my lifetime as DJing, actually had to acquire the certificate to actually be able to be in the venue and play it, because certain venues actually ask, hey, did you actually have this BMI certificate to actually play this music? Because if you did, it's cool. But me now being a club owner, now they're asking, hey, do your DJs have this requirement?
They still want that.
They still, this is still to this day. And this is something that, you know, these artists, me, myself, I don't consider myself an artist, but people consider me an artist. Once you done made a couple of songs and put it out there, hey, you know, if it blow up, it does. If it don't, but what if it did blow up? Maybe I want to make a lot of money off of this music that's being played every time. Why do I feel like I paid my way at the beginning? So I paid my way. Now I want to, you know what I'm saying, get my return on this. Now you playing my music because other people are requesting my music. You know, when you play my music in the club, it's going to turn up. It's going to turn people up because people already know about it. So now that people know about it, why I can't get paid now? Because at the beginning, I was paying the way. Like y'all say, hey, have your money in hand if you want me to play your music. But now later on down the line, now you playing my music and I'm not even asking you to. It's in the back of your head. Oh man, I gotta play this boy music real quick because it's gonna jump. All right, and it's jumping. The girls dancing, the crowd jamming. You know, now everybody happy. But the only person that ain't happy is the person that ain't giving his dividends at the end of the day, and that's the artist. And initially, at the beginning last year, he was paying you. Now his shit jamming. Now you playing it on a regular rotation, and he ain't got to ask you. But you don't think he deserved the money now?
That's true.
So he deserved the money now.
He deserves percentage, man.
That's what he's getting.
Cool though, as an artist, if you guys really are serious about being an artist, man, you would really just do it off the strength, because this is what you love to do. But we ain't gonna talk about that. I just want to say, man, like, I get what you're saying and where they trying to come, but I guess when they see it's something you can make money off of, or other people making money off of, like the dancers, clubs making money from playing his music, we could play instrumentals, but you know.
Even instrumentals, there are some instrumentals that, you know, is copyrighted. You can't just play their stuff either. These producers that's making these beats, they want their money too. You know, sometimes they sign a particular instrumental to this particular artist and they can't, you know what I'm saying, duplicate it for another artist. But there are some ones, there are some of them where they have in a contract where I could still sell this same instrumental to another artist or to another person that wants to use this same instrumental. But it all depends on how they sell it out, you know. But then there are times to where you may go online and take someone's instrumental, but you can't put yourself out there because it's basically copyright infringement. You can't put yourself on somebody else's music and then try to play it on the radio, which you can actually earn streaming money from. You won't be able. Now you could still do it and still play it, but you can't make no money off of it. Not off something that's already been copyrighted. But once it's been copyrighted, now people feel that they are entitled to a certain percentage every time that it's played. And I mean, me, myself, I didn't used to think that is right, but actually it does make sense that they do get their fair share because they did, you know what I'm saying, had to work their way to that certain stance, regardless if it's a one-hit wonder or if it's a dude that's constantly getting hits.
Well, to me, this makes more sense. If clubs are playing your music, then they support you. So is it fair that should clubs get to eat off the music that you make when we're helping to push your shit further out there to ears that they may have a regular job like y'all talked about before. They don't get to hear everything we get to hear up here. They listen to the radio, forced to hear this same old. And here you come in, most clubs you go in, you're gonna hear something you never heard before. So when you do, it's like, okay, damn, the DJ did that. Or maybe even a dancer requested that. But either way, we help push your agenda. So why shouldn't the club beat out that?
Good point. What about when these artists, first they come and they pay their way to make their way, And once they get there and they become famous, and now their music is being played across the board, across other clubs, across the world, across the states, across the U.S. or whatever, do they ever actually come back and, you know, pay homage, give back
Most
to,
cases,
or show love to where they came from?
most cases, no. Most cases, no.
Is there a reason why they don't? Do you know why? Or have you ever asked
I never asked a question, but I can only imagine, man. It's only, you know, when you stay in the same area, if you're in the same place where you came up at, you know you can't stay there. I can understand that. You know, you become a target. So I get that.
Well, when I say paying homage, I mean like coming back and showing love,
I
coming
ain't
back
got no
to where they actually, this is who broke me out there in the club.
That's right.
You know,
That's right.
let me come back and he ain't called me. I just popped up on him and said, man, here you go.
That's
Man, here go to the ladies. I'm right here with my boy Djduke, and I'm coming back to where it all started. He put me out there, gave me the opportunity. I don't care what happened. He put me out there.
That's
and
right.
guess what? I'm popping now. So I'm coming back showing love to where he at. Do they ever come and do that?
I've seen in certain cases, man, that's like 1 in 1,000. You know?
So everybody not like that.
Nah, oh no.
Do you think there's a reason why they're not like that?
I don't think the artist thinks like that. I don't think he sees the game like that.
I don't think it's actually the artist itself. I think it's the manager of the record label. I think they don't want them to go back anywhere and give anything for free. I think
going
that
back.
everything is about the bottom dollar at the end of the day. Everything is, I don't care where you came from. I don't care who that is. We done signed you to a contract and you can't make no money in regards to your appearance, to your margle out there in the public without us getting a percentage.
Yeah, you're not going to outshine us. I get that. That's
But it all depends on who's representing them at the same time, because if you got certain artists that they could go to these places, it doesn't matter. But you know what I'm saying, them getting paid, if they're gonna get paid, the record company wants their money. The manager or whoever's, you know what I'm saying, in control of behind them, they want their percentage. So necessarily it's like, hey, I don't want you to go there unless they're going to pay you, because we know they're going to pay you. We know you're going to make money. If you go back to your hometown, they want to see you because that's where you started, and they're going to pay you. So let's not go there unless we talk some numbers first.
Yeah.
I'd like to let y'all know this is Djduke, straight from Foxy's all the way to Pharaoh's Hookah Lounge. I am your host with the most, your boy OGVIC. Always catch me with my co-hosts, Deja De Niro and DJ Bantrilla, each and every Tuesday on the Southern Fried Game Show.